It's an exciting day, at least for me personally. I know it's exciting for the guys in the locker room as well to get back on the field and play real football. Kind of talked about it yesterday in regards to just the timing, the time that these guys will be on the field will change every day. Throughout the season, I'll try to let you guys know how long practice will be. Today is 90 minutes. Hopefully we get some good work in. One thing I will say, it's a little different than when I played because the acclimation period. And I do think it's good as far as player safety is concerned. Not just jumping right in the pads. And hopefully, here in 7 days, we'll be in full pads. So excited about that opportunity as well. Today, just another chance for these guys to display their athleticism and what they learn in the classroom. So we'll see how that goes.
Say 7 days for pads?
Yeah, it'll be about 7 days. I think it's
next
7
week
days.
this time.
Yeah.
Jerod, how has your love for the game grown, change as you've transitioned from player to coach?
I've always loved the game. Like either you love it or you don't. To me, it's always a 10 out of 10. And as a coach, you just get another opportunity to help guys develop and become the players that they want to be.
Because of the acclimation period, I think a lot of coaches around the league say the tackling thing has become more difficult. How do you get guys ready to tackle and callous their bodies for that when they can't do it as much as they used to?
We'll do some live tackling once we put the pads on. In saying that, like in the games, you're going to get a lot of live action. So we'll be better tacklers at the end of the season than we were at the begining.
You guys have historically been a great tackling team. I mean, I think even go back to your playing days. I mean, do you have to change much in that department?
I led the league in tackles, man.
Yeah. Drills, are you in that specific area? Are you tweaking anything there as far as your preparation?
No, not really. Look, and once again, like we've done things at a high level for a long period of time. It's not like you have to change everything. I'm a huge believer in fundamentals, and tackling goes in that bucket.
Historically, you guys have also started in the red zone. Just today, tomorrow, is that where your focus will be?
No, so we'll start out in the field, be early downs, and then we'll work our way into the red zone.
We saw Antonio.
You made on Gibson yesterday. Any concerns there long term?
Nah, no concern at all. I mean, he's on the active roster still. When he's ready to go, he'll be out here.
The start time to camp is a little different, as we talked about. Are there any other changes we'll notice out here that you'll implement this year that have been different?
I think the first thing, I know it's small, but just the music during practice, and that helps the time go by as well. Gets the guys excited, gets the guys pumped, and look, it's all about competition. What I talked about, so you'll see more competitive periods as the off season continues to grow.
Did you pick the music?
I don't. So that's one of those prizes you give the guys, the offseason award winners. Let those guys pick the music, and they love it. They love it.
Who are the off-season award winners? Do we have those?
Yeah, we do. We'll get that list to you. Stacey, you good on that? Well, wherever Stacey went. We'll get that list to you.
Jerod, what are you most excited about? What should fans be most excited about with your team?
I think I'm most excited just about the excitement that the players show on a day after day basis. Like they're coming in there with great energy, and look, as the season continues to progress, like we'll get better each and every week, and this is really the foundation right now during training camp that we put together. So got a lot of players, and once again, those guys are excited to come out here and work and to compete, and that's my message I'm going to be preaching to them.
Do you intend for Antonio Gibson today as they get ready for camp?
Yeah, just, look, those guys have been playing football since they were little kids. It's no different. Obviously the game's a little bit faster, but at the same time, it's football. It's football, and go out there and have fun. And I stressed to them last night, look, make sure you're talking to the veteran players. They know what to expect.
Do you intend for Antonio Gibson to be back out there when the season rolls around? Like, how long is this?
He'll be back out there relatively soon. Okay. I mean, it's more of a procedural thing that we had to go through. But at the same time, when he's ready to go, he'll be out there.
With Taki starting on the active PUP, what player do you think could maybe bump up and not see more opportunity, but would fit in that bucket, where you might project plays that we look at?
Our defense is so versatile. There are times where, like, look at a guy like Marte. Like, is Marte a safety? Is he a linebacker? Like, we don't know, but we'll see once we put the pads on. But that's a guy that I'm excited to see out there in pads.
Do you have a structure for how you want to work Drake, into the mix, pre-planned, or are you guys kind of letting that?
Oh, it's pre-planned. Every rep is pre-planned until we get into like the live action type of stuff where it's unscripted. But look, he'll have his opportunities. Well, so will Joe. So will Zappy, and obviously Jacoby. He's our starter at this point, so he'll have ample opportunity to go out there and prove himself.
Is it like today, or is it through weeks, or is it through months?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
In terms of the plan for Drake, is it like today's plan, or is it a week's plan?
It's a day-by-day thing. And we meet every morning, we meet every night to kind of script that stuff out.
Spend most of your time, and what will your priorities individually be?
Yeah, to me, look, I'm a floater, and once again, it's about fundamentals. Like moving a body is moving a body, whether we're talking about an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Same thing, linebackers. Block destruction. Those things carry over. It's all about fundamentals. Look, I'll probably spend most of my time on the defensive side, but at the same time, I'll definitely make my way over.
Hey, Jerod, when there have been penalties for turnovers in the past in training camp, we've seen guys run laps, and it's been one of the distinctions in joint practices. Patriots did.
Oh, we're going to keep that going. We're going to keep that going because penalties, turnovers, all those things kill you. So they're going to take off.
How do you feel like waking up? Did it feel a little different here, or what's it been like?
You know what? It felt the same. It kind of felt the same. But now that I'm out here on the field, like I can feel the excitement kind of building up. That's why I just hit a Peloton ride just to kind of like bring it back down a little bit.
Jerod, favorite instructor?
That's tough. I'm going to go with Olivia. Yeah, she's great.
Jerod, do you expect Matthew Judon and Devon Godchaux to participate today?
Yeah, I expect all these guys to participate.
What is the important thing for the Patriots in this new era?
Sorry, couldn't hear you.
What is the important thing for the Patriots in this new era from the Patriots?
The most important thing is just to compete and to go out here and have fun. And winning is fun. So it's all about competition, and it's all about getting better each and every day.
Jerod, it seems like Tyquan Thornton was one of the top X receivers during the spring. Why did you feel he was a good fit there, and how do you feel about the competition at that spot?
Look, Tyquan is one of those guys where, physically he has all the tools. Obviously, we all know that he can run. Now he just has to put it all together, and I feel very confident with our offensive coordinator and our receiver coaches to get him to the point where he can make an impact for our team.
You talked yesterday about the vineyard and just taking some time off before. Obviously, that probably helps you get yourself ready for camp. Did you read anything, or is there anything that you did to maybe better yourself, to feel like you went?
I love to read. You know what I've been doing, though? I signed up for Masterclass, and that's a pretty good platform. And then Farnham Street. Like Farnham Street, I don't know if you guys know about Farnham Street. But
Shane?
Shane. Yeah, Shane. That website has a lot of good articles. Well, I'm a huge believer that you can learn from people in different industries all the time. Like, I don't always have to learn from another football coach. I don't always have to learn from the military. It could be an elementary school teacher. There are principles that carry over to now adulthood and professional sports.
Jerod, does that factor into your scheduling? You talked yesterday about retention of what you learned in meetings and moving from nighttime to morning.
Sorry, say it again.
Those lessons you learn outside of football, does that factor into the way you've scheduled your meetings and practices?
A little bit as far as scheduling, but I would also say, this is a relationship business. As much as we want to think it's just about, going on the field, doing what is said on the paper, it is a relationship business as well. And I always talk about, you have to show the players and coaches warmth before competence, and I think that's a huge piece. So when you talk about how do you motivate people, how do you help people become disciplined players, all of those principles kind of show up in different industries. Well, I signed up for the whole service, so they're all available. I just kind of click around, So
which ones have you
done?
Right
now, I'm on the storyteller. I think it was Michael Lewis, right? The guy who, so he's on there now, so I'm on that one. Yeah. Good.
Anyone you expect to be limited today?
We'll just have to wait and see. I had a meeting with the coaches this morning. It's your responsibility as a position coach to know your room better than anyone else. And, they have the freedom, if they see a guy struggling, to pull him out. I think that's important.
Earlier in the spring, we asked you if any players surprised you. You mentioned Keon White. With the spring in the rear view now, are any other players appearing to take that second-year jump or some sort of jump this offseason?
I wouldn't say any individual player yet. If you ask me this question next week, I'll let you know. So it's still kind of early.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.